Foodie's been talking a lot about flying back to Kuwait, and something didn't sit quite right with me. It wasn't until I went back and listened to some of the older videos about her last back and forth that I pinpointed what it was. I wasn't sure if I should put this video under the Foodie Demonstrates Rule Number 1 series, or just chalk it up to a misunderstanding. It could also be that Salah is trying to pull one over on her. I don't know. Let me know what you think at the end. Before we get too far into it though, let's go back to her last back and forth on Emirates. This was about 3 or 4 months ago, with the first trip going back to Canada and the second going back to Kuwait in January.
Now I got lucky and the flight was pretty empty, so I didn't have to get 2 seats, but this was eye-opening for me, and I've decided I'm not going to travel anymore without buying 2 seats. I can't bank on a seat being empty. You never know when a flight will be full, and as you can see, the armrest has to come down or else you have to buy 2 seats, so yeah. But I was saying that the seats so far compared to Qatar are more comfortable. They're about the same size, but there's something about the design that's more comfortable. Although I'm not going to dog Qatar because I do love them as an airline as well.
On the plane here, when I was just struggling and, couldn't even have meal service because like the tray can't fit in front of me fully and this and that, it was really eye-opening for me. And right now I have a lot of pain. I'm so much in pain from the travel.
Okay, so we all heard that, right? She's not going to travel again until she either loses a ton of weight and can fit into 1 seat, or she's going to buy 2 seats, because the armrest won't come all the way down, and neither will the tray table. Okay, so now let's fast forward to present day, where she's talking about her upcoming return to Kuwait.
Anyway, my flight has been booked for a little while now, like to go home, because the flight is already so expensive when you book an international flight, and you book it kind of last minute, it like triples in price, at least with the airlines I like to fly with. I don't know. People were speculating you're waiting until payday. Well, I guess that would make sense, but no, you can't book that. You can't book very last minute because I pretty much booked, we booked whenever I found out when I was gonna come, that I was coming home, when I changed my mind. SUP, not, well, soon enough. First class B's, yeah, right. $8,000.
Okay, that statement there is exactly what stopped me in my tracks, where she said that first class would cost $8,000. 'Cause see, I just came back from a trip to Asia where I flew from JFK to Bangkok, round trip, business class on Turkish Airlines, which is really, really nice, for $4,000. Okay, another thing is that you don't just go from economy to first class. There's economy plus or premium economy, business class, and then first class. So just for fun, let's go up 2 tiers and see how expensive it really is to get from Montreal back to Kuwait. This is from a search I did this morning for a flight about 2.5 weeks away. If you wanted to fly business class with a lie flat seat and tons of legroom, it would cost you on her 2 preferred airlines either $2,400 or $2,700 US. That's a far cry from $8,000, don't you think? Okay, so now let's suspend disbelief and say that they don't know how to use a fare finder. What about just regular economy? Knowing that Chantal wants to buy 2 seats to be more comfortable, or pretty much that she has to buy 2 seats because she can't fit in just one, how much would that cost? As of today, if you book directly on the airline's website, flying home on Qatar in economy would cost you under $600. To put things into perspective for Foodie, that's about 1.5 pairs of Dolce & Gabbana sunglasses per seat, and you'd need 2. And remember, that business class seat, which is lie flat with tons of legroom, is still just over $2,400. So where did $8,000 come in? Is he trying to pull one over on her and say that they just can't afford a premium seat? Or is she just exaggerating? So which is it, Chantal? Is he handling all of the travel arrangements and he just misquoted you the wrong price? Or, on the flip side, are they so broke that two $600 plane seats are too expensive for her to be comfortable? That's a pretty dangerous gamble considering her health issues. Drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you.
Are you dreading the long flight? He